What else? We got the, turn that off. We got the hoist. That's what this video is going to be about. I got the electric winch thing for the bike just this morning, really early, like 6:30 in the morning it came. So I'm going to go and open that up. I'll get some shed keys. There. Yeah, it's a bit smaller than what I thought it was going to be. But I mean, it is only 150 kilos, I think, that it lifts. So it's in a nice box. It's bloody heavy, I'll tell you that much. Cool. There's a couple mounts. So yeah, my main thing I want to see if this works going mounted sideways. I'm just hoping it doesn't have a tilt sensor in it. I doubt it will for $100. Yeah, it's not that big actually. That's good. Still, I don't think it's going to work in the place I want to put it in, and leave me enough room. Actually, you know what? It probably will. It probably will. It's actually smaller. Let's have a measure. Wow. So from where it mounts to there's 300 mil. So from there to here is 300 mil. And then if I made a plate for this and mounted it to there, yeah, that would be not too bad. I could probably get rid of that, or actually mount it here, and then it lifts the bike up, and then the other bit goes into here. That would be the best bit, and then I wouldn't have to run any cables in here, because I don't need it in here at all. I don't need it in here. So yeah, and if I did want to use it in here, no, I couldn't. No, I'd prefer to mount it this way, like that. It'd be much better to mount it the proper way. So I think that might be what I'll do. Yeah, I didn't think it was that small, so that's really cool. That, and then just plug it in when I need it, and yeah, that wouldn't take. Oh, it even came with that as well. Probably don't need that. And see that this is the thing that makes it not mount as. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I have to think about it. There's no point doing it on camera. But yeah, I'll have to think about it. But that might be a goer, is just to make it mount out there, and I'd probably even make it mount so that it can just slide off. That way, if you do want to use it somewhere else, you can. It's only to lift a 30 kilo bike up, so it doesn't have to be like ultra strong mounts. So yeah, let's plug it in. Cut these up. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've just got to unwrap all this. Sounds like it's got a bit of heft to it, the motor. I'd like to know how they wrap this up. There we go. Probably gonna have to unwind it. There we go. There she comes. Okay. Yeah. There we go. And wind it back in. Nice. I like it. Alright, so yeah, just got to figure out a way to mount the thing now. But it's working upside down, so it doesn't have a tilt sensor in it, so that's good. So if you did want to mount it, yeah, you got to, I don't know, there's multiple ways to mount it. I can see 2 screw holes here, which are these 2, but you can't get to these 2 from there, so that's a bit of a shame, but that's okay. But yeah, I'll have to muck around with that, but that might be the way to do it, because I don't even need the bike as high as what that goes. I'll show you, because get this thing. Bike maintenance. Okay, so that's where I normally have the bike. So that's 500 mil from that bar up there to the center of there, 500 mil. So yeah, that's fine, because on this bike that's like here. So then from the ground to there, let's say 750. So it was about there. So yeah, so that's the bottom of the. That's where the wheels will be, which is fine. So I think that's the way to do it. Is screw a nice big thick plate, or yeah, this way, long ways, and then mount. I can't really do every oh, hang on, yeah, I can. That's the whole point of this tripod. Just make sure you can see it, what I'm talking about. Like that. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll still leave this here, leave this mount here, figure out how to mount this up as high as we can, like that. And then you just use the use that winch to winch the bike up, and then as the center bar or the top bar comes into line with this, you put that on. That way it can't spin, and the winch is taking all the weight, and I didn't have to lift it up here. That was the whole point of it. So yeah, that'll be good. This is plenty strong enough to lift. Well, does it say how? This is probably 20 kilos. Doesn't say. It probably says on the box, because you got to kind of take that into account. But yeah, I'd say it'd be about 10 kilos, there we go, 10.3 kilos. So that's 25, let's say it's 25, let's say it's 30, so 40 kilos. That's definitely going to take 40 kilos. So 30 kilos of bike and 10 kilos of winch, that'll be fine. So yeah, that's the way to do it, I think, because that's where I want to be able to lift the bike. I don't need it in here at all. The only time I need it in here, and it's not even an issue, is if it's like ultra hot and I want to work on the bike, and that's not an issue. I can just not do it when it's hot. So yeah, that'll be fine. I reckon that's the way to do it. It's a pity this light's here, because I don't really want to move it, but it would have been good to put everything over that way, but this will be plenty big enough. I mean, I can hang off this thing. I'm pretty confident in that. So yeah, no, that'll work out good. So I'll get started on that. Need some pretty hefty 90-degree brackets, but I may have something around here, but probably not. Might have to go to Bunnings, I think. But yeah, that'll be a good little project, so we'll get started on that. Okay, I think I've got a plan sussed. So I've already got these bolts, so they will bolt the brackets I'm about to buy, so 2 for each bracket. That's what came with the machine. Don't know if I'm going to use them yet, not sure. So what I'm thinking of doing is getting some nice big thick steel brackets, so here, or yeah, more over here, whatever, there and out, and then there and out, and then the machine just bolts into that. So those 4 big bolts I've got, so 2 for that bracket straight through, 2 for that bracket straight through, and then so it'll be a 90-degree bracket, dunk dunk, like that. I think that'll be nice and strong. It's only got to carry 40 kilos, like I said. And then those brackets, I'll just drill some holes, and then they'll get bolted in. I don't know how I'm gonna probably have to leave it loose, or put the four in first, and then put it up, and then through, and then bolt it all together. So yeah, you'd have to bolt the bracket to the machine, to the hoist first, to the winch first, and then put it up, and then put those big bolts through and tighten them up, and then she's all up there, and that's done. So it's literally drill four holes through that, and that's it. So that should be it. Yeah, cool. All right, off to Bunnings. Okay, back from Bunnings and made a bit of progress. I actually picked up this mat, so this mat's going to go on the new stainless steel bench when it gets here, just to protect it from doing things like this. So I've got the big brackets. They're 75 kg rated each bracket, so spot on for this, because this is rated to 150 or 125 kilos. You can see it here. So if you just use a single strand, which is what I'm going to do, 125. If you double it up as a pulley, then it's 250, but I'm fine with just the single. So that's plenty. I'm only going to use one bolt. I'm going to just use the hole that was there, because these are like big stainless bolts, stainless or galvanized. Either way, there's no way a bike is breaking that, so I'm only going to use two, one on each arm, so that'll be fine. I'm just doing this template up now. So bottom of the tape is going to be bottom of this, like that. And I've marked up where I want the first hole to be in line, and it gives it plenty of room for the motor not to hit this. So that's first on the card. So yeah, I'll just transfer this template over to up there, and then just drill through both holes, both the beam there. Try and keep it level if I can. That'll be good. And yeah, and then we can hang her up. Okay, she's all up. So I used the bit I cut off this bracket from this side. This was longer. I used that on the back as a bit of a washer and a backing plate, just to spread the weight a bit. But yeah, that's not going to go anywhere. I can almost hang off that. So all good. Probably just got to work out a way to run. Might even, yeah. Anyway, I'll work out a way to run the wires kind of over this way. Maybe even this one actually would be handy to be more this way, and then tuck it up somewhere. It's not going to get wet there, so that's not an issue. But anyway, let's plug it in and give it a shot. Okay, I think I've got it pretty good. So we're going to give this a shot. So I've just got a strap from there to there, and then first of all, I want to see if it takes the weight. So that's not really a balance there. Trying to make do with what I've got at the moment, but I'm going to have to sort something out a bit better. See that? And that's not even moving. No, that's solid. That's really good. So problem one is trying to make this stay like that. I'll sort that out later. Problem two now to get that into there. And this is a bit annoying being this far away. Hang on. Cut that. tread problem number 2. So I've got to pick this bike up. I've maxed out the crane, and this is nowhere near fitting here. So the only other option I've got is just to leave it hanging like that, but come up with a better way, obviously, so the handlebars are free. And yeah, might have to do something like that. But it works. It just needs a bit of refining. I really need a 1 metre strap. This is good because it's adjustable, I suppose. Might have to just try some different ways of hooking it up, but that's cool. That's really cool. Would be good if it was a bit slower. Probably the only thing you could do to make it slower, we'll try it. I think you'd have to use the thing that it came with, the doubler. Alright, we'll try this. I've got it wrapped around here a bit better. And a bit protected there. It has to be and I've doubled up the chain so it's half the speed, and that's perfect on the balance point right there. So that's as far as it can go. So I'm thinking what I might do is just work out a way to strap the seat to this thing, and then it's there for good. Then you can't move around. Rather than try and get this bit in there, it's not going to happen. But yeah, one thing I need to do is get a different strap. That doesn't work. That length is pretty good, so that'd be about 1 metre. I'll have to measure it. But having all this metal on there, it's going to scratch the bike. And I'm a bit pedantic with things like that. So the only other way I'm thinking is I was just looking, like everything looks really strong on this, but really all you're relying on, I know both aren't going to fail at the same time, and I'm sure they're done properly, but it's just a couple little crimps. That's doing all the work. So, but anyway, should work. Anyway, before I break anything, I'm gonna call it a success there. Yeah, I'm not gonna start. I'm gonna drop the bike, or I'm gonna scratch something. So yeah, I don't want to do anything like that. So I think we'll just leave it as is, and I'll wait until I get back to Bunnings, and that way I can get rid of this thing, because that's not safe. It's going to fall, it's going to scratch it, it's going to do something stupid. So I'll just wait and get a big flat. I almost need something like a seat belt, but I'm sure Bunnings sells things like that. Lifting I don't even know what they're called, straps, whatever. Just with a hook at either end, or like a loop at either end, and it's all soft material, so that way you can kind of put it wherever, and it's not gonna do any damage. So that's what we want. But yeah, it lifts the bike, no worries. That thing doesn't even move. Those brackets don't even move. They're nice and solid. So because you got all this area here from this big washer kind of stopping that, and then you've got all that area in the back of it there. So. But no, that's a cool little thing. That probably only ever use it for the bike. But I'm thinking of making maybe something like that, a flat thing. I don't know if even that's big enough, and then just drill some holes in each corner and put some eyelets through, and then put it underneath the scooter. And then make a kind of, like a I don't know. I've got some wire somewhere here. This big thick wire. Using that, I think I've got some eyelets in there as well. And then hook it up to the crane, and then let the crane lift it, and that way I can get the scooter up in the air as well. The hardest thing, that's fine, that's easy to do. The hard thing is stopping it from moving around. Same with the bike, but that's not too bad because I can, like I said, I can strap the seat to this thing, and it won't twist on me while I'm trying to work on it. So that's not an issue. So that'll be fine. But yeah, I reckon that was a good one. I didn't think I'd get that crane today and install it today. I thought I was gonna. My initial thing was to put it in this corner, this far corner here, mount it upside down or something, and then run some pulleys, like kind of, I don't know, to keep it all out of the way, but then to run it there, so that way if I did want it in the middle of the shed, I could just do it to that pulley and down, and then keep running it if I wanted to, and have another pulley just here, go through this perspex, and then out to there and there as well. But that just wouldn't work. Not only is it very that's beyond my knowledge of pulleys and things like that. I know the shed would be strong enough because I know there's a big beam where that fan thing is there, but yeah, it wouldn't work. It'd be too complicated. This is the best option. My next thing was to make a mount for it down here on the floor or on this beam, because I know this is very solid, but make it so that it can come off, and then put it there, and then go pulley there, and then pulley there, and then do that. That was another option, but I think this is the best one because it's direct, it is 0 pulleys, and it's high enough out the way. I didn't realise it was this small. I thought it was a lot bigger, so that works really well. Yeah, I think that's a winner once I get the proper straps. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.